Okay, hey y'all. I tried to record a video earlier today on our app and it didn't work, so we're gonna try this and see how it works. And then I will post it to YouTube and you can have the link to watch it. I think that'll work. We'll see. Anyway, it is the Sunday before we launch Morning Meltdown 100 and I'm so excited. I wanted to hop on and talk to you guys about all things food. So we'll see. I think I have like 40 minutes on this thing and it will not last that long, but I may do multiple videos just to kind of split it up and you can watch one, take notes if you want to, and digest figuratively and literally maybe what I say, and then you can watch the next one, okay? So the first thing I'm going to talk about is meal prep. So if you are like me, then you're cooking for one person, maybe more than one person, but I think most of y'all right now in the group are single or just have a few kids and maybe you're feeding your husband too. And so that's kind of hard to cook for. Because I feel like a lot of times you either feel like you're eating the same thing over and over or you feel like a lot goes to waste. Also, Sundays can be really busy with church and all the other things that need to happen for the work week to start. So I find that I do not have time to cook the whole week's worth of food. Like, that stresses me out. That does not sound fun. I enjoy cooking, but I don't want to do it all at once. Like, I'd rather spread it out. So my tactic is to just get Monday breakfast figured out, Monday snacks, Monday lunch, and that'll get me through the workday. And then Monday evening, I can cook dinner. I can eat the leftovers for lunch. And a lot of times, like what I meal prep for Monday breakfast will last me Tuesday, Wednesday. So I kind of think of the week in chunks, a few days at a time. So if you're single and stressed out about meal planning, it may help to break it up that way. But you have to find what works for you. So that is what I'm doing for tomorrow before day one. I go back to work. I've been off all summer as a teacher, and so I know I have some leftovers to eat before I start cooking again for this coming week. And I haven't grocery shopped yet, but that's okay because I know I have food that I can eat in my fridge and in my pantry. That is part of meal prepping, is that you kind of have like a backstash and things that you can pull out of the freezer, out of your pantry that don't go bad, so you can always have something to eat. The Beachbody blog has some really good resources on like 9 things you should keep in your pantry so that you always have a healthy meal at your fingertips. So those are my few little tips on meal prep. Get Monday figured out, and then you can figure out the rest of the week. I try not to plan a lot on Monday nights, but if you have plans Monday night, or if you're busy, maybe you want to prep through Monday and Tuesday. But leave some time midweek or at the beginning of the week to really figure out what you are cooking and what you are eating. Another thing I do is that I typically grocery shop during the weekend. So on Saturday or Sunday, I'll grocery shop. I'll figure out the recipes that I want to make. I post recipes and meal plans for you guys. If you haven't seen those yet, I usually email them, but I will also upload them in the file section of our new app. It's just at the top if you're looking at your phone. It says info and files, I think. And so I like to do that earlier in the weekend so that I don't have to grocery shop and cook and like put things away and clean up all on the same day. So again, that's why I split it up, but you have to find what works for you. And that really takes some of the stress off of meal prep. I feel like it's this overwhelming thing, and I feel like when I meal prep a whole week, I get tired of eating the same thing and it goes bad, and just cooking for a few people is kind of hard. So that is my meal plan and meal prep tip. If you have not looked at the meal plan, look it up. You can literally Google Morning Meltdown 100 meal plan if you don't like the one that I post. And you can always tweak it. I try and put it in a Word document when I email to you guys. And they are color-coded, so if you don't like chicken, you can sub another kind of meat, another kind of protein. If you don't like rice, you can sub a different kind of carb. Okay, so they're color-coded for that reason, and you can tweak them to fit your needs and your dietary restrictions and your budget and all the things. Okay, make it work for you. I always say to plan things that you are excited about. If what I plan does not sound exciting to you or appetizing, don't buy the ingredients for it, because you will not want to eat it. It will not be enjoyable, and you'll probably make something else if you don't like it after the first time. So, or you'll eat out or something. So, or you'll feel like you wasted it. No one wants to do that. So, plan something that you are excited about, that you can get behind, that sounds good to you, and go from there. Okay, next I'm going to talk about portion control, and I think I'm going to be able to fit this all in our 40 minutes that we have together. This is going quicker than I anticipated. So I don't care what you think you eat, what you like to eat. I don't care if you think you're eating too much or too little. I would encourage you to look at one of the 2 meal plans that are available. Actually, there's 3 in Morning Meltdown 100, and pick one. It's not about eating more or eating less, really. It's about giving your body what it needs so that it can perform at its ultimate level. And that means burning the right amount of calories and intaking the right amount of calories. So, and intaking the right amount of food groups. I know if I'm not following the meal plan, I would have way more carbs than I normally do when I'm following the meal plan, because I love carbs, and I would probably have way too little protein to build muscle. So it's about giving your body the right things, not less or more, typically. So the first option is portion control or portion fix, which I'll show you guys the containers for. Again, this is all listed on the meal plan. It has the colors of the containers, what they mean, how much they are. So if you don't have these little guys, you can just measure it out in a measuring cup. It's not as fun, but you can always do that and still track how much food you are actually eating and know that you're getting the right amount. And then the second way of eating, which I'm going to be following, is called 2B mindset. And I'll talk about that next after portion control. Okay, so first I am going to show you guys these babies and tell you what they mean and tell you how to use them. So first I'm going to go through what the colors are. And it says right here on the outside, I don't know if you can see, it says seeds. You can't see. So seeds and dressings, orange, blue, healthy fats, yellow is carbs, red, protein, purple, fruit, and green, veggies. So if you look at almost any Beachbody program, you'll calculate your weight and what calorie bracket you're in, and it will tell you exactly how many of each container you need. So for most of the Beachbody programs that I followed, they usually allow me, for the weight bracket that I fall into, for 3 to 4 proteins, 2 fruits, usually 3 or 4 veggies, 2 of this size carb, not 2 of my portion of carbs, 1 healthy fat, which is cheese, avocado, things like that, and then 1 dressing, and then 2 tablespoons. Now, if you weigh more or less, your containers may be different, but it makes it takes out all the guesswork. It makes this so easy when you use these little things. I know it seems silly, especially if you've never done it before, or if you feel like you're full all the time. It can just take some adjusting and getting used to, but I would really encourage you guys to try it. I, honest to goodness, didn't know these worked so well until I took before and after pictures after like a year of using them, and holy moly. I mean, I was working out too, but I used these pretty religiously the first year that I did Beachbody. And then I found that I wasn't using them as much, and so I knew that I needed to change things up. But all you do is you figure out what you are eating for the week. Let's say for breakfast, you are going to have oatmeal and yogurt. So you would measure out your oatmeal, which is a carb, and you measure out your yogurt, which is a protein. Make sure it doesn't have too much sugar. And you cook it, spice it up, do whatever you want to, cinnamon, honey, within moderation, and you put them in here, and then you dump it on a plate or in a bowl. It suggests you do that because then you can start to see how much an actual serving is on a plate, because you won't have these all the time. You won't have them in a restaurant. You won't have them maybe during your work day. You can use them like Tupperware. They come with tops on them. I didn't bring mine up here. I'm upstairs in my room, but you can use them like Tupperware if you want when you pack your lunch. But if you are eating with a plate at home, they suggest you dump them out. And there's also an app that I'm going to show you guys that really is super helpful. It's called the Nutrition app, and it is orange, and I'll show you what it looks like. So down here you put in how many containers you're allotted, and then you track what you had for breakfast, what you had for lunch, and you put in the containers that you ate. And as you do that, these that you're allotted start to go down, and it shows you how many you have left for the day. This was a game changer for me. It helped me stick to it so much better. So I highly suggest that. I'll see if I can show you guys what the app looks like. It is this orange one right here. If you just type in Beachbody Nutrition, it should come up, and you just sign in. Okay, so like I said, sub out things on the meal plan. If you don't like Brussels sprouts and you'd rather have broccoli, fill this up with broccoli. If you don't like an apple and you want grapes, fill this up with grapes. Okay, I will post in our group a list of foods, and I will post, I think I already posted the amount of each container. These are a cup. I think this is maybe half a cup, a quarter of a cup, something like that. So I'll post that in there too. Okay, pretty simple. I would highly suggest trying them. We can work out all day long, and if we don't have our nutrition intact, then you're not going to see the same results, I promise you. They say that abs are made in the kitchen, and I don't have abs because I live a pretty balanced lifestyle. I like to eat out. I like to have a glass of wine every once in a while, so I am not super strict, but those things have helped me lose weight. That is what I attribute to losing weight with, in addition to the fitness portion. Okay, and then quickly, To Be Mindset has 4 principles. The first one is water first. So she, the nutritionist, suggests 16 ounces of water before you eat anything. That is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Before you put a single bite of food in your mouth, you're drinking 16 ounces of water. And I have upped my water intake so much over the past few weeks since I started doing this. The second principle is veggies most. So you are filling your plate with at least half veggies at lunch and dinner. And then if you have any snacks, they're veggies too. And then the third thing is that you weigh every day, and that the fourth thing is that you track what you eat. So again, you're writing these down. I'm still going to be using this app that I showed you guys. You can also handwrite it. There is a book called the To Be Mindset Tracker, and you can use that to write down things as well if you want to. So that is really simply the 2B mindset. It also has you stack your carbs at the beginning of the day. So she counts fruit as a fiber-filled carb. Any whole wheat product is a fiber-filled carb. And she distinguishes between fiber-filled carbs and like just a silly carb like white bread or a donut or something like that. So she is fine with you eating carbs, but she wants them to like mean something and have fiber associated with them. So she has you stack those at the beginning of the day, and it can also be fruit. Fruit has a lot of sugar in it naturally, and so our body takes it in as a carb, and so she suggests you're eating those towards the beginning of your day too, so breakfast and lunch. I posted / I will post again in our files what your plate should look like for 2B Mindset. I'm not going to go through that right now, but you can buy more information on both of these programs because I am not going to do it justice, and I could not ever tell you everything in this one little video about both. So you can always look up more information. You can buy the whole program itself if you are curious and want to know more, but those are the two things that should get you started. The third one that they mention in the Morning Meltdown program materials is just counting calories, which, ew, I don't like doing. It's not any fun to me. It's depressing, and I'd much rather use one of these two methods, but you could count calories too. And it shows you like what kind of things to eat for breakfast, what kind of things to eat for lunch, what kind of things to eat for dinner. And then according to what calorie bracket you're in, it tells you how many snacks that you should have each day. And they have snacks and they have super snacks, which are more calorie dense snacks, but also like avocado, like that's the calories that you're getting. So they're like healthy calories, but it has a lot to do with calories in and calories out, our weight loss and our weight gain. So that is the reason that the super snacks, if you're trying to lose weight, you're not going to have as much of them, if that makes sense. Okay, I think that is the main 3 things I want to talk to y'all about: meal prep, meal plan, and portion control. So let me know if you have any questions. Hopefully this works. I will try and post it in our group. And get prepped, get to the grocery store. It is still early enough to where you could, like I said, get that shopping in, look at our meal plan, make a list, go in with your list, stick to your list, and then get breakfast and lunch ready for tomorrow. Those are your 3 jobs as far as food goes, and drink lots of water. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know how I can help. And I think that is it. Okay.